So we have just received some huge news. Members will be released on March the 29th, 2005 at 12 p.m. EDT. Not quite sure what EDT is. I'm from the UK, so I just know GMT and then the +1 or 2 for Europe. But I'll just put something up on screen here. You can see members content will be released on March 29th, 2025. This is a special day. RuneScape 2 was released 21 years ago. We will have more worlds available on launch day, and a reduced set of free-to-play worlds will still exist. We've already gone ahead and added a Japan region as of today to help you get through the next few weeks. And then they've put some notes in here about the progress that players have made so far. So our top overall players are Never Lose Bro, Deadbotting, and Vinny. Aura is an honourable mention here as they reached their goal weeks ago and stopped at 1,000 total level exactly. Melty was our first 99 who achieved it in cooking. TM achieved a 99 in woodcutting. I think he's also going for 200 mil. He's crazy. He's at like 18 mil woodcutting XP right now. Our top XP player right now is the Induced, who has 299 skills, cooking and fishing. You've all put in a combined 383,981 hours of playtime and amassed a cumulative stack of 416 mil, which is pretty wild, especially in free-to-play with our money-making methods here. Over 1,000 accounts have been banned for a variety of rule breaking. That's nice to see that they're keeping on top of that. That's quite a lot of accounts considering the number of players actually playing. The last month has been great. Thank you to everyone for experiencing the game together. Excited to bring you this update. See you all in, it's going to be controversial, I know, but I say Ardoon. Maybe you say it differently. A quick note there as well, Legends Quest may not be available on day 1. More information on that as we get closer, but absolutely shortly after launch at the latest. We're working diligently. Everything is completely free. You do not need to pay for access to anything. So if you've not played this server before, membership is coming. It's coming a lot sooner than we anticipated because we thought it was going to be sort of at the end of May. And membership won't cost anything. This is completely free. It's non-profit. And it's open source as well. So you can see there's a link there to download the code for yourself if you want to host your own server with your friends or play it on your own single player. But this is huge news. I'll probably talk a little bit more about this and like my thoughts around preparing for members because I was thinking I had a lot more time to prepare. But yeah, we'll talk about my thoughts a little bit later. But this sort of happened halfway through making this video. So I thought I'd just announce it at the start and let's get into the rest of the video. So just hours after uploading the first video, I got a message from Index here who said that he would happily give me a strength ammo because he saw that I did not have one. So thank you, bro. I've been watching your videos and your streams. I appreciate it. This is definitely going to be an upgrade from the Amulet of Accuracy that we were using. And there is going to be a level 50 woodcutting coming in, which is nice actually because I was just doing this because I want to get ready for the members quests when they come out. And so I thought I would start working towards the skilling requirements for those quests, the members quests here that aren't released yet. And I've made a little list of all of the highest level skill requirements that there'll be for the members quests. So for the skills that aren't out yet, there's 50 thieving, 10 fletching, 50 agility, 45 herb lore. Obviously we can't train those just yet. But the other ones that we need to do are 40 ranged, 50 crafting, 52 mining, 50 smithing, 59 magic, 53 fishing, 42 prayer, 50 woodcutting, which I've just got, and 30 fire making, which I do already have. A lot of those high ones are just from Legends Quest, but I thought it'd be nice to knock all of those out. We finished up with 1.2k willow logs in the bank there. And so what I think I'm going to do next is work on mining and crafting. So what I'm going to do, and smithing actually, because I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and mine some iron. We've got 585 coal, so we can get like 250-ish irons and then make them into steel bars. So I'll get some mining XP from the iron. I think I've decided I'm going to smelt those into steel bars. Then I can decide whether I want to actually make them into stuff or whether I just want to sell them to get some money. And when I go to mine the iron, I'll probably do it at Varrock West Mine. And so there's a couple of silver rocks there, so I'll probably mine the silver rocks because they've got quite a long respawn time, and I'll then smelt those and craft them to get a bit of crafting XP. So we're going to be working towards 52 mining, 50 crafting and 50 smithing, sort of all in one go. Now I'm not sure how many silver ores I'm actually going to get because I don't have that many iron ore to mine compared to the coal I already have, but we're going to go and do that now and see what we can come up with. So just taking a little bit of a break from the mining to do the Shield of Arrav quest. Mutants here watched my first video literally hours after it came out, and he PM'd me in game. So we've just been doing this. A few little hiccups here and there because I think he's following like the old school RuneScape wiki, and I'm following like a really ancient archive page of a quest guide for it from 2004. But I think we got there in the end. I've got my 2 certificates. He only picked up one of his shield halves, so I think he's gone to get the other half so he can make the full shield. I've given him the half that he needs from me. But this should now be the Shield of Arrav quest turning in here. 600 GP and 1 quest point. That is the final free-to-play quest. There we go, they're all green, very nice. And that is 39 quest points. So thank you, Mutants. Appreciate it, man. And hopefully you sort out the shield and get your certificate. So after mining, I've got a little bit of silver ore and I've got enough iron to smelt with my coal into steel bars. We only got like 1 mining level, but that's not really the main focus of this video. As you probably saw at the start, that announcement came out today about members coming out on 2004scape, which is very exciting, but also means I've got a lot less time to prepare myself than I thought I did. But I thought while we did some smithing here, I thought I'd just sort of run through some of my thoughts, just immediate thoughts that come into my head about what membership opens up in the game. I'll probably make a more concise video in the future, just sort of like things that you might want to look at doing to prepare for members, or things that you might want to do sort of on the day of release, important things that you can't do yet but you'll really want to get into as soon as possible. So these are just a few of the things that I thought of. First of all, the magic god capes from the major arena, I think we'll be able to get those, which is going to give a really nice magic bonus, better than anything that we can do at the moment. So I'm not quite sure how that works in 2004, and it's probably going to be a scene of absolute chaos. It's going to be a bit of a bloodbath, I think, but it might be something worth doing on release. Next up, I was thinking about vials. So Herblore is obviously going to be a skill that people are going to want to train, and getting vials of water, or just empty vials for that matter, is going to be a pain, because I think the shops are very limited. So the other ways that you can get vials are going to be, if you make strength potions at the apothecary in Varrock, you could like drink those to empty them. I don't think there's actually an empty option on them, but you could like drink those to get empty vials that way. Or I believe glass blowing is going to be a thing. So as long as you can make molten glass, you can then blow them into vials, get some crafting XP, and you can fill them with water and sell them if you wanted to make a bit of money, because I'm sure they are going to be in big demand. I've just realized I don't have enough space in my bank to be able to deposit these bars. Let me put that on, and that should help. Next up on the list of things I was looking at, Chaos Druids. Chaos Druids are going to be so overfarmed, but for good reason. They are going to be dropping unidentified herbs. Obviously everyone is going to need those to be able to train Herblore. So whether or not you can, as 32 smithing, whether or not you can actually farm them is going to be questionable, because I'm assuming everyone's going to be there, because obviously unidentified herbs are going to be really good for money. And there's a couple of little tips and tricks you can do to avoid getting scammed, or on the other side of that coin, I guess you could use them to try and scam people. Wouldn't recommend that, but maybe I'll put a little video out there at some point just explaining the unid trick to be able to know if you're getting a good deal on the unidentified herbs or not. Other than Chaos Druids, who I actually think they might drop vials of water as well, so they're going to be very good, very contested. Moving on to another thought, flax and bowstring. So obviously fletching is coming into the game, and people might want to string their bows. Obviously you can pick flax and spin it into bowstring. However, I think this is going to be one of those ones like cooking and smithing, where you have to use each individual flax on the spinning wheel, like you do with the wool, to turn it into balls of wool, which is going to make it very tedious, but it might be worth your time if you just want to make some starter cash. I'm sure plenty of people will want to buy bowstring off of you. I've also heard from other people that picking flax is going to be like even more annoying, because it will literally be you pick one plant and it gives you one flax and then disappears. You won't be able to get multiple per plant. And there's also some other things people have said about it blocking your movement or something. I don't really know what they're talking about, but I'm just passing on the information that I've heard. So that might be something to be aware of. Next up, Lost City. Obviously, a big quest. and the name of the server, I guess, to get that Dragon Longsword and Dragon Dagger. They're going to be coming into the game. They're going to be very nice. So they're going to be expensive, but I think if you get lucky, you can go and buy them from the shop in Xanaris. Otherwise, I don't know how much people are going to be trying to sell them for, but it's probably going to be quite expensive. Other than that, I was also thinking when it comes to training range, it's going to be a hell of a lot easier because you're going to have access to the higher tier bows. You can have the Willow, Maple, Yew, and Magic bows, which obviously we don't have right now. I've never smithed a steel bar. Is this just going to... Okay, it's just going to do it. It's not going to ask me. Cool. Yeah, so we're going to have access to those higher tier bows and higher tier arrows as well, actually, now I come to think of it, which is going to be super nice for training range because at the moment you're limited to the oak bow. So I don't think I'm going to bother training my range too high before members because it will be nice to just buy a willow bow and then a maple bow, and it's going to make ranged training a lot faster and a lot nicer to do. Next on the agenda of my thoughts about members is going to be dragon bones and green dragons in general. So dragon bones obviously going to be amazing for training prayer. A lot better than the big bones that we've got at the moment, and just in general dragons are going to be really good for making money. They're going to drop green dragon hide, which people are going to want for crafting. Green and d'hide bodies are going to alch or sell to other players for quite a lot, which is going to be super nice. And the only problem I can see coming up here is going to be the fact that they are in the wilderness, so there's probably going to be a lot of PKing, which is actually going to be quite nice. It's going to be very nostalgic, trying to go to green dragons, trying to make some money, and then PKs come in, killing you, getting all your dragon bones. Maybe some people will be like anti-PKing the PKers. I'm not sure how that's going to play out, but it will be exciting, that's for sure. The other option, I guess, is going to be, I think there's blue dragons and maybe black dragons as well. Obviously a bit higher level. They're going to be very, very contested. But if you can get yourself a spot at blue dragons, then might be a safer option for you if you can get that spot. Another one of the things I was thinking about is just the ability to train agility. Didn't mean to rhyme that, but I did. Obviously, run energy is absolutely abhorrent at the moment. It makes me want to claw my eyes out when I run out of run energy and I have to walk everywhere. So being able to train that and not have it drain as much is going to be really nice. I'm not actually 100% sure if agility works the same way in 2004 as it does in old school. Like, I don't know if they changed that formula. I know they did a rework very recently on old school, but I'm not sure if back in 2004 if it affected your run energy differently. I do not know, but I'm hoping it does help. That would be nice. Might also unlock some shortcuts around the game that might be helpful. Haven't looked into that too much. What else have we got? Just in general, more locations for resources, so there'll be less competition. So, you know, at the moment, people are all cutting willow logs in Draenor Village. You'll be able to cut willow logs in other places. People are all going to the mining guild for coal. Now you can go mine coal in other places. It's the same for sort of other monsters or skilling resources. There's just going to be more options out there for players to go and gather those resources or kill those mobs, which is just going to mean less competition overall. They're adding in more worlds as well. So it should just mean that everyone has a little bit of an easier time being able to farm the things they want to farm. Although if the player base increases the way that we think it will with members being released, I think it's just going to need that in general. So maybe you won't notice too much of a difference, but I think it was definitely going to help. Not too many things left on this list. I know I'm rambling, but I thought I just wanted to sort of throw everything out into a video and see what people think about this. So KBD is coming out. It will be how you get a Dragon Medhelm, which is super cool. I don't think there's any other bosses coming out. I think KQ will probably be the next one, but it's not going to be in this patch, I don't think. But that's going to be pretty interesting. Again, you need to go through the wilderness to get there, so it's element of risk there, and it's going to be super, super crowded, but I can definitely see sort of teams and clans going together to just like kill it in a mass, which could be pretty fun if you could snipe a drop maybe. And then the last thing that I put on my list as I was throwing this together in the last sort of 20 minutes since the announcement was Fire Giants. Fire Giants, I believe, are going to be coming out. You'll be able to do Waterfall Quest, which is going to be another... I haven't even mentioned that, just quests in general. There's going to be a lot of XP that you can get from different quests. I'll probably bring out a video on that at some point in the future. But yeah, Fire Giants in the Waterfall Dungeon and probably some other places that I haven't thought of. They drop rune scimitars, and that is going to drastically affect the price of them, I think. At the moment, they're 120k, and I genuinely think I might hold off on buying one until members, because once people start flooding the market with rune skimmies from Fire Giants, that price is going to go down by a lot, because at the moment, I believe the only way to get them is to smith them. So that's going to be really nice. Obviously, with the Dragon Longsword coming in, they're not going to be that relevant anymore, but just another thing that might be nice to make some money, and just hold off on buying a rune skim if you haven't got one yet. But yeah, that's sort of the thoughts that I could write down in the short amount of time I've had since the announcement. I wanted to sort of get this out there kind of quickly. I didn't want to be too late compared to everyone else. I'm sure there's a million things that I've missed, so if there's anything else that you can think of that you're looking forward to in members, any secret tips, then put them in the comments below to help everyone out. And I'm sure I'll make another video, like I said, in the future, a little bit of a revised list once I've done a bit more research and got some more plans formulated. But for now, I think this video is dragging on a little bit too long, so I'm probably going to wrap it up here. I know there's not really been very much progress in this one. It's sort of just been a quest, like a mining level and like some smithing levels, but I don't want these videos to drag on for too long, so we'll probably carry the progress on in the next video. And as always, guys, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed it, like, subscribe. Go in the comments. I respond to all the comments. And if you're looking forward to members, let me know. And I will see you in the next video, guys.